Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame.
Yugi peoples, welcome to the discussion video. Alright, so this week we're going to talk about the 3v3 case tournament, the Rogue format that I played in, and also we'll talk about my first tournament using the new support. And yeah, new Wingman actually turned out pretty nice. But like, first of all, 3v3 case tournament was held by Primal Cards and Collectibles. I want to say it was about 11 teams, and yeah, I teamed up with my boys Stephen Bronder and Nick England. You know, Team Limitless. You know, actually, like, it was crazy. We were team for like all that time, but there was never any like team events that we played in. This ended up being the first one we played in. Unfortunately, Bronder's deck, the Babel, got hit. He had been playing Orcus, and they got hit, so he wasn't able to play Orcus without the field spell. So he had to switch to Solomon Greats, and Nick played. I can't remember what deck Nick. Oh, Nick played Virtual World. So yeah, there were. I forget what they were missing, but it didn't really seem like they were missing too much to where they just couldn't really play the game. I ended up playing Heroes, as y'all can see by the upload that I did yesterday. I actually had been planning on playing Nebula Neos, but in the end, I decided that DPE was just like really, really good because like in a previous tournament before I tried the Nebula Neos deck, I tried playing like a Plasma Turbo type deck, but during the course of that tournament, I noticed that just like DPE was almost enough to carry me like most of any game. You know, it's like I didn't even have to summon out Plasma, but you know that strategy pretty much like led me up to a top 4 finish where I proceeded to get EMR'd for 3 multiple times by Earth Machines. So yeah, I couldn't survive that. It happened twice in one game too when I was trying to set up to summon Plasma. It's like EMR for 3. Then like somehow I rebuilt my board and did it again, and he's like next turn he's just like EMR for 3. I'm like, yeah, I can't survive through that. But yeah, so for the 3v3 case tournament, I decided to go without the Nebula Neos, and I played like a DPE turbo type deck. Now keep in mind for this tournament, Fusion Destiny was banned, so I couldn't play that. Dark Angel was also banned, and also so was Dark Law. So at the beginning, you know, I wasn't gonna play Mass Change at all because you know there's no Dark Law, and really figure like I wanted to be Mass Changing into Blast and Acid. It just didn't really seem all that great. And so I decided to play the deck going second. So guess who was in my deck? I had to play the boy Malicious Bane. So yeah, we had Malicious Bane off in there. We also played 3 Polys. We played 3 Deniers. And you know, Mally, of course. And we played like Triple Tactics and Forbidden Droplets. And I don't think I played any hand traps. I didn't play any hand traps. I played all board breakers. Super Poly was also banned for the tournament, so I couldn't play Super Poly. Mainly, you know, it's Triple Tactics. Um, Mostly it was Triple Tactics and Forbidden Droplet were basically like my main ones. Oh, and I played 2 Kaijus also. And yeah, like it turned out really, really nice. We played it going second. I don't think anybody ever forced me to go first that I can remember. But you know, my matchups were round 1. I played against a deck that definitely needs to be hit. So Primal people, when y'all see this video, y'all definitely need to hit the Gold Pride Punk deck. Like I think the only thing they couldn't really do was Psychic End Punisher. But like his end board was like the trap that special summons 2. It was another trap that's like an imperm. It was the monster that gives you a token that can blow it up. Another monster, a synchro monster that could pop my card. And then did he have Baron? I think. And Baron. No, not Baron. Was it Baron? Man, it was some Omni Negate card. I'm pretty sure it was Baron, but I think Baron is banned from the Rogue tournament. Nah, Baron was somebody else, but who was it? I think yesterday. Dang. But he had another card out there that was in the gate. But pretty much, like, it ended up being like 6 interruptions or something like that in the Rogue tournament. I was like, oh no. But like my going second cards end up being like Triple Tactics Talent and Forbidden Droplet. And Would y'all believe it or not, I almost OTK'd him through that board. He had to pay so many life points. I think he ended up being at like 3,500 life points at the end of this turn because like all the searching and all the stuff, because you know he's paying 600 to do this, 600 to do that. Then it was like 1,800 for one card. So yeah, but I had to play through like roller baller, all that stuff. I ended up triple tactics talents him after I tried to play. I want to say I tried to play a hero lives and he negated it. So I triple tactics. I took the monster that had the ability to blow up the token and blow up everything, and you know, I tried doing some stuff. I tried to force, you know, I had the force battle phase because he had those ones that only synchro summon during the main phase, and then he tried to take the Nitro Warrior thing. I chained the effect, blew up the token, blew him up and everything around it, and then it's like I summoned Stratos. He flipped up the card that is the Imperm type thing. I chained Droplet, got rid of the Stratos, and negated one of his other cards, and yeah, I think it was IP. It might have been IP or something like that. But yeah, so and I ended up at the end with the two monsters he had on board. I was able to summon out Malicious Bane. I used his effect, blew up the stuff on the board, and attacked him directly for 3,400, leaving him with 100 life points. And he couldn't activate none of his effects anymore because they take like 600 to do stuff. So yeah, ended up winning that one. Actually, that wasn't my round two. I think that wasn't my round one. That was my round two. My round one was against Subterra Guru. The boy Toby was on that, and yeah, like it was definitely a match that felt like I wasn't gonna be able to win, but somehow I ended up winning it, getting it in the end as he went to attack like while we were going into time, and he thought he was gonna be an attack over my monster to win the game, and I honest neost him. So yeah, I ended up winning, but unfortunately my teammates couldn't pull it through. The round two we did, and then round three, what did I play against round three? Dang, I can't remember what I played against round three. It was crazy though. Like I ended up like being like the last one to finish my game, and I had to play through a crazy board or something like that. Man, I can't remember exactly what it was that I played against though. But yeah, that was the 3v3 tournament. I actually went 3-0 in the 3v3 tournament. I won all my matches, going second heroes, 3 denier, Mally Bane. Yeah, had to bring that boy back. And yeah, so it was cool. And we ended up only playing 3 rounds because in round 3, there was a uneven amount of, well, there was an odd number of undefeateds. There were 3 undefeated players. We played up against the undefeated team and beat them. And so with the other 2 undefeated teams, of course, one of them won, which left 1 undefeated. So we only ended up playing 3 rounds, and we got 5th place instead of 4th place. And the team that we actually beat in the final round ended up getting 4th place. But because tiebreakers and losing in the first round, we ended up not making top 4, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. If we hadn't have played up, you know, we would have had another round to try and win and get it. But I was actually like pleasantly surprised in the way my hero deck performed. Like I said, no Dark Law. I did play Mass Change, Unky that way, and I played 2 Mass Chains that way in case I got to Unky, and you know, I either had to attack directly for game, or you know, I was just like using it to attack and just, you know, add that mass change and get the more damage off inside of there. But yeah, the deck actually performed really well, really good for the rogue setup and stuff that we had. I thought I was going to need to be carried, but like I said, I went 3-0 in my matches. Then yesterday I played in my first tournament using the new Flame Wingman support and everything. I actually decided to go with Red's OCG type build, a build that plays 3 of the Liquid Soldier. I actually been like really excited, been waiting to play this 3 Liquid Soldier and 3 Poly, and I ended up finishing 3rd after Swiss. I went 3-1 in Swiss. My first round I ended up losing to Branded Despia. It's just like, I think like game 3 I just didn't really draw. I didn't draw good enough to be able to play through anything. Yeah, it's just like unfortunate. My hand was just like pretty unfortunate, and I just kind of, you know, auto lost the game for some reason. It was like really, really bad. Round 2, I played against Rescue Ace, and he ended up, you know, they got all these effects where you summon one and triggers this one, triggers this one, triggers this one, triggers this one, and then when he had 3 of them out there on the board, I flipped up favorite contact and I blew up all three of his monsters. And he tried to summon another one again, and I DPE'd it, and that was pretty much it because I had Dark Angel'd him. So yeah, I pretty much went full combo on him with I had the Dark Law, DPE, Shining Neos, and Dark Angel, and yeah, pretty much took that game. Game two. What happened in game 2? Actually, that wasn't game 2. Did he make me go first one of the games? Nah, because I want to say the other game I ended up having to imperm the one that sets all the guys, or maybe that was game 1. Game 2, how did I end up winning that one? I can't remember exactly how game 2 went. I might actually need to start writing this stuff down so that when I do my discussion videos, I can remember it. But yeah, we ended up winning that match 2-0, and then that was round 2. Round 3, I played against, what did I play against round 3? I played against Gold Pride, and you know, I was kind of familiar with how the deck worked and everything, and yeah, we ended up winning that one in 3. We kind of won in time, but at the same time, like I was just about to go to battle phase. I think he had like 4,300 life points because of the way he played, and I did wake up. I played through his interruptions, and then in the end, I made wake up your elemental hero, and I had Honest Neos in hand, and he had Baron on the board. So you know, basically all I had, and I had DP out on the board. So the Baron had like 200 attack, I think it maybe had like 200 or 400 attack, but all I had to do was attack with wake up into it. I didn't even have to activate the Honest Neos if I didn't want to. It would have been like the overflow damage plus him taking 3,000 for the attack of Baron. So yeah. Then after that, I played against Flunder in the final round 2-0 because he bricked both games really, really hard. And yeah, then we did, for some reason, like it was really, really strange, we did a cut into top 8 where I proceeded to lose game 3 to Flunder. And yeah, I went Ferris, discarding Shadow Mist, Chainlink 1, Shadow Mist, Chainlink 2, Ferris, and he flipped up Harpy's Featherstorm. And yeah, game 3, he went first, Harpy Featherstorm, and he also had the trap set. I had Dark Ruler No More in my hand, but I didn't want to activate it. I was going to wait until he brought out the Mist Valley Thunderbird because like with the way my hand was and stuff, I was like, oh, I can go ahead and play through this Impin that he has on the board, force out the trap, and then after that, you know, I'll be able to imperm on the Mist Valley Bird and, you know, pretty much finish my turn. But with Harpy's Featherstorm, you can't do anything, and you know, it's like, it's really regrettable that they got rid of Red Reboot because it allows cards like Harpy's Featherstorm and what's the other one, D-Barrier, and like even like Eradicator, Epidemic Virus and stuff like that. Nothing you can do about those cards because, you know, they're chainable, they just flip up, and without Red Reboot, you can't do anything about them. So, you know, if you're playing a deck that instantly loses to stuff like that, that's exactly what happens. You just instantly lose. So yeah, that's what ended up happening in top 8. I finished 3rd in Swiss. Like I said, I went 3-1. There was actually a game 2 against the Flunder match. He de-shifted me game 1 and 2. Game 2, I still ended up winning through the de-shifter because like playing the 3 Poly and the 3 Liquid Soldiers, I actually opened up Polymerization with Liquid Soldier and the LG Neos. So I basically just polyed, made the new Fleeing Wingman. I got the draw 2, like they weren't usable or anything like that, and you know, special summoned out the Flame Wingman, used his effect to search favorite contact, went ahead and distributed him off to bring out Sunrise to add Miracle Fusion. So on my opponent's turn, when he got 2 cards on the board, I flipped up favorite contact because, you know, they can, favorite contact can also use your banished monsters, and I popped both of his cards, and yeah, so it was an easy actually like win through Deep Shifter, which is pretty crazy because, you know, that's something that I would like to be able to do, but I don't think it would happen like constantly all the time. Like if Shadow Mist didn't have to go to the graveyard in order to do it, then yeah, you could do it through D-Shifter with this type of build. Like if you opened up Shadow Mist and Poly and Liquid Soldier, you know, you could use the Shadow Mist effect to search for Vanilla Neos and, you know, get the 2 free draws with Liquid Soldier and, you know, bring out your Flame Wingman. But like, since Shadow Mist has to go to the graveyard, I feel like, you know, it was extremely lucky in that circumstance that I opened up the OG Neos. And yeah, so fortunately I was able to win that game and force a game 3, but I got Harpy's Featherstorm. Like, my overall opinion of the deck, like, having, like, you know, it does take 2 elemental hero monsters in order to make the Flame Wingman. So I thought that, you know, playing 3 Liquid Soldiers would help with that a lot. That way I wouldn't have to constantly worry about adding Liquid Soldier. And yeah, it actually like worked out pretty good. But as I was playing throughout the tournament and stuff, like a couple things came to mind that in order for us to go the full combo most of the time, that includes like Dark Angel and stuff, it requires a Destiny Hero monster, or, you know, in order to be able to do it. So as I was playing through the course of the tournament, a lot of times that I opened up with the Liquid Soldier, I was like, man, it would have been better for me to open up like Denier or one of my Destiny Hero monsters. That way I could go like full crazy combo board. So actually might try a build again. Like, y'all know, like there have been a couple of times where I've played like multiple Deniers, and it, like even at the regional when I played the 45 card hero deck with 3 Deniers and stuff, and I ended up losing like that last round in time to Red Resonator life gain thing when I was X2 and should have got my invite at that one. It actually turned out really, really good. So, you know, I actually might try that again, like try playing 3 Deniers, and I'm gonna play 3 polys because I'm seriously, honestly, y'all are gonna get mad about this, thinking about cutting Fusion Destiny. Like, this week I went ahead and I kept 2 Fusion Destiny ends, but like every time I played it, it felt like really, really underwhelming because of the way I built my extra deck. So, you know, I didn't have room for Escalado off in there, and I didn't have room for Dread Decimator, and I also ended up cutting out Plasma out of the deck. So it really felt like, I don't know, it really felt underwhelming, and it was probably because of the way I built and how I did my extra deck and everything, but it kind of made me feel like, man, excuse me, that when I went, that I would rather not play Fusion Destiny and be able to go full combo with the deck by adding in like more Destiny Hero monsters. So, you know, we might actually try a build like that. I know people are going to get on me about that, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to try to do some different things. Y'all know I like to experiment and see what works and what doesn't. So yeah, it is what it is. And that's about it that I have for today. I'm actually going to end up dropping 2 videos today. It'll actually be this discussion video and then my OCG sleeve box opening. So if y'all are trying to get any of those before Nationals, or, you know, at Nationals or something like that, go ahead and hit me up. And I appreciate everybody for all the love and support, and all those who stayed a while to listen. And I will catch y'all on the next visual.
Infamy, my wingman, he come through, he level up, he go cool, he shining out and popping to over 9K, that's a breakthrough, be on top now, here's a look at all